This father tried to sell off his daughter in exchange of gold. What he didn't know was that the daughter was presented as a sacrifice to the centuries-old dragon. Why would they do that? Dragon attacked and hunted Elodie to take her revenge. What was the revenge? What happened between the girl and dragon that they became friends at the end? Watch the video.
It all started centuries ago, when a king along with his fine soldiers headed towards the mountains to hunt the beast. It was huge dragon that they were after. The dragon killed all king's men and made him kneel before it. Floria and Elodie were two sisters of a king in a faraway kingdom. Due to intense winter, food and resources were scarce and people were leaving the kingdom. They had a pleasant visit from strange lady, who came with a proposal for Elodie to marry their prince. They accepted the proposal in exchange of gold and betterment of their people. They finally reached the faraway kingdom, which was covered by fog and had dragon statue on entrance. The green fields along the way lead to a huge and magnificent castle. All of them were happy and settled down for the night. Next morning the family met queen, king, and their prince. Elodie was happy to be there. Prince and her had a pleasant talk and both went for a horse ride. Elodie's father had a talk with the queen. He was worried, but he kept the agreement from his wife and daughters.
The stepmother had a talk with Queen. She got suspicious of her.
Her name is Elodie.
She went to her daughter's room and tried to talk Elodie out of this wedding, but it was useless.
This wedding is a mistake.
The wedding day had arrived, and Elodie was very happy. The ceremony went peaceful, and then it was time for bride and groom to fulfill the family traditions. They reached the highest mountain for the ancient ceremony. There was a lady to conduct the ceremony. She gave a golden coin to the princess and narrated the story of a dragon killing their princesses. She took a dagger and made a cut on both prince and princess's hands and joined them for royal blood. Princess Elodie tossed the coin into the chasm. Prince carried her in his hands and walked on the bridge. Her eyes were closed. Down below, Elodie heard a voice of the same dragon living here for centuries. Dragon was furious and wanted Elodie to run so that she can hunt the princess. Princess Elodie did everything she could to escape from here. She reached by a pond where she saw light emitting snails. She collected them in a bag. She saw water dripping from ceiling and tried to drink, when suddenly it became dark and she felt heat of dragon's fire breath. Her leg was burnt and she slept on the floor. She woke up and saw the light-emitting snails crawling on her burnt leg. When she pulled them away, she was surprised to see it all healed. She reached a cave which had names of previous sacrifices. They also carved a map which helped Elodie reach the final point, the crystals. Dragon followed her. When she reached up there, she was devastated to find out it was the mountain cliff, and she had nowhere else to go. Elodie's father, the king, came to the cave to rescue her daughter. Elodie reached a cave full of gold. Among them, she saw broken eggs of a dragon. Back in the past, king ordered to kill the dragon hatchlings, 3 daughters of the dragon. Elodie understood now that why dragon is killing innocent girls. She wants to take revenge of her own daughters.
The dragon captured Elodie's father, who came to rescue his daughter. Elodie was hiding behind the corner. The dragon was about to kill her father when she screamed. Dragon found her location and rushed to get to her. Elodie took the ropes her father installed and climbed up to get out of the cave.
Dragon followed her with fire coming out of her mouth. Fire followed Elodie out of the cave. Finally, she was free. She hid under stones. Dragon couldn't find her, and in rage, she put the mountains on fire.
The evil queen witnessed the fire and was furious on Elodie. In rage, she took Elodie's sister Floria for the sacrifice, done the ancient ritual by herself, and threw Floria down the cave.
Elodie's stepmother rushed to find Elodie and told her that the queen took Floria. She climbed on horse and went to the dragon's cave to save her sister. She set up a trap for the dragon who was waiting for her to come rescue Floria.
Elodie's plan worked and Dragon was distracted. She came to her sister and asked her to hide. She herself wanted to talk to Dragon and make her understand she is killing innocents, not the real culprits.
Dragon was persistent in her opinion and attacked Elodie, knocking her with her fire. She was badly burnt and tried to run to the other side, but Dragon knocked her down again. She reached for her sword and poked Dragon's eye.
One of them!
They kept arguing and attacking each other, until Elodie tried to burn Dragon with her own fire.
Dragon was exhausted and accepted her defeat.
But Elodie could not bring herself to kill Dragon. She instead brought the healing snails and tried to heal the dragon.
Back in the castle, another wedding was taking place for the third sacrifice.
It was the same ceremonial coin given to Elodie. She was here with a motive. She told Bride and others to run ASAP.
Excellent creature.
She brought the dragon with her so that it could take revenge on the right people.
Dragon became her friend. She brought her back to her home, and all of them lived happily ever after.